Hello friends, Jewel back again with another cool astrology video, and we're talking about partner's moon conjunct other partner's Neptune and what goes on when we have this in Synastry. So this is not a composite chart video. That is under my other playlist, composite chart aspects between partners. This is a Synastry video where we put two charts side by side or on top of each other, and we can then see how their planets contact each other. So we can see how they feel about each other, how they relate to each other, how they get along. So the moon of one person is, the emotions, the mind, the habitual patterns, the desires, the nurturing qualities of one person. And the Neptune of another person is, the illusory qualities, the romanticism, the wishful thinking, the angst, the escapist tendencies, where we unintentionally can deceive ourselves. That is all the things of Neptune. So this is where these two energies of two different people meet. They meet in a conjunction, which means they have a lot in common. They are very much on the same page in element and in, sign. They're right there. They're friends. They have a good conversation around the aspect table. So the moon person can feel very much romantic, very much sensitized towards the Neptune person, and there is a real rush to trust emotionally when it comes to the moon person. They want to put their trust in the Neptune person. Now, whether or not this is deserved, this does not tell in this aspect. So they can have a feeling that they found a great helper or benefactor in the Neptune person and want to quickly, build a trusting relationship with them or a trusting connection. So they can fall for the Neptune person very rapidly and very hard. The Neptune person can find qualities and traits in the moon person that a lot of other people do not see, and can hit on those things as what they love about the moon person. This makes the moon person feel very special, and very valued and noticed by the Neptune person. So there is this need to emotionally invest in the Neptune person, and the Neptune person enjoys the sensitivity, the nurturing qualities, all the things represented by the moon in that sign. So this conjunction does not show whether or not trust is earned, or it should be there. You have to look at all the other contacts to see what is going on. This just shows you the urge and that this will go on. It doesn't show you, the larger relating, because you could have like really nasty aspects going on everywhere else, and this one will, make you sweep a lot of that under the carpet because you have found your perfect somebody. And so you need to look at everything, and it can also go the other way where it's a relatively easy relating between you. And so this aspect just adds, a real romanticism and a real, a tendency to not focus on the flaws or the misgivings between two people. So it can be one that leads to blind denial. It can be one that leads to blind faith. It really depends how this one shows up overall in a Synastry chart. The real consequences of this are really determined by the larger picture. Whether or not this is a positive relationship or a relationship that is going to take away from somebody's sense of spirit or sense of self, or if this is going to be, a real soul crusher. So you have to consider everything when you have this conjunction to see how they are going to end up with the consequences of this one, because this one really makes the moon person, at least, very much invest very quickly in the Neptune person and want to not admit that they have invested not wisely. So there's also this potential with this conjunction where the Neptune person can be very, at least interpreted by the moon person as being very emotionally distant. Because the moon person, you know, this is their emotions, this is their mind, this is their needs. They are meeting this other person at their Neptune. They're meeting this other person at the place in their personality where they are about denial, self-deception, blindness, romanticism, unreality, escapist tendencies, artistic, you know, flair. So you have to consider in Synastry, you know, planets are different. It's where we meet a different person in an element of their personality. So there can be some complaints by the moon person when we have this conjunction that the Neptune person is somewhat emotionally unavailable, or they are often wrapped up in escapist, you know, the escapist element of their personality. That part of them is what meets the moon person emotionally. So you have to consider everything in Synastry, because not one aspect is going to tell you everything. This is one that you really need to consider the larger components of the relating between two people, so you know what the outcome of this particular one is likely going to be. So, hope you enjoyed this. Hope it was helpful. If it was, please subscribe to my channel if you have not. You can find me on the internet at truthinaspectastrology.com. Yes, I do private consultation all the time. I specialize in couples consultations, synastry, partner charts, partner compatibility, but I interpret all types of charts under the sun. And you can find me on Facebook at Truth in Aspect Astrology as well. And I will be back soon with more super cool astrology videos. Bye-bye.